Hi everyone! Somebody requested that I do a tutorial on how I make my charms and stick pins, and there are lots of tutorials out there, so if this one doesn't work for you, there are plenty others. Jewel has a great one. That's where I learned how to make mine from. Jewel will love it. I'll put a link to her channel. Because she's got a great tutorial. She's much better at this than I am. But I'm going to go ahead and try my best to show you guys how to do this. The stick pins, let's start with that because it's so easy. Here's one stick pin. This is part of a set I have for sale on Etsy. It's really just simple, and I've got a whole bunch back here that I've been making, and all you need are some stick pins, and you need like the corsage pins. Those are better than using these kind right here. Let me grab them real quick because these are shorter. They say long, but they're actually pretty short. So I prefer the corsage pins, which are in the wedding section of the craft stores. And you can use the teardrop ones. Those are a little bit more expensive, or you can use the ones that just have the round heads. I've been using the round heads because I just started making them and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something that I didn't know if I was going to like. So let's get started. You need corsage pins. Let me get my pliers out of the way. And then a glue like Glossy Accents. There's another glue out there, but I don't know what it is. But Glossy Accents seems to work for me just fine because it dries quick and it dries clear and it's strong. So I haven't had a problem with it yet, as long as you use enough glue. And make sure it dries completely before you start fiddling with the pin. Let's see. I'm gonna start off. I'm not gonna start with the white because the top is white. Let me find a good bead here. I'm going to start off with this little cone shape here, like that. And I'm just going to stick it on. Then I'm going to do a pearl, which that's a double pearl, got stuck together. I'm just going to slide it on. Sorry. Slide it on like that. And then I think I'm going to add a amethyst color one, and that's my stick pin right there. Now what I do is I always end up figuring out how I like it first, and then I just kind of slide these down like that so that you have room between the top pin and your first bead. And I just add some Glossy Accents, a good drop of it, to the top, and then I just push the first bead up and kind of twist it around a little bit. And then I do the same thing for every other bead that I have. And don't worry if the glue seeps out because it'll dry clear. You won't see it at all. I've gotten excess glue on every single pin I made and I can't tell that I've done it. And then that's it. You just want to make sure that you set this either upright as best you can or lay it down and make sure that gravity is not forcing the beads down the pin at all. So if there's a slant on the table at all, make sure that it's slanting so that the beads are going towards the top of the stick pin. That way you get a really good hold. Now let's move on to the charms. This one you need a few more things. You don't need Glossy Accents, so I'll put that away. You do need a pair of regular pliers and a pair of round nose pliers. And the small ones work better, the kind made for jewelry. I got these little mini ones in a kit at Hobby Lobby. And it's got a bunch of other stuff in it too, but I just use the round nose and the regular old pliers. And the other thing that you need is 2 eye pins. And if I can get them out of the bag, I'll show you what they look like. I use a coupon for these at Hobby Lobby. They look like this. They're just look like kind of like stick pins, except they're not sharp on the bottom. They won't poke you. I mean, they'll poke you, but it's not going to make you bleed. And it's not going to sting you. But anyway, they have this little loop on the end of it, and that's going to be where you hang your charms from. Like any charms if you want to add a dangling or whatever. So I'm going to make this one kind of match my stick pin. And so I'm going to grab an amethyst bead, this round one. I'm going to stick it on there. I usually do 3 but sometimes I do more if I add like a little one in the center, like one of these tiny little ones right here. I'm just gonna add that down there in between, and that's 3. And then I'm gonna add another one. This might be too long. I might not like this. Nope, that's okay. And then you're going to take your regular pliers and you're going to go right here at the bottom and bend it at a 90-degree angle, and that will keep your beads from sliding off. And right now I'm going to leave this bent. I'm not going to loop it yet because I want to get my other bead ready, my other piece of the charm ready. So I'm going to grab another one of these kind of cone-shaped things, and this one's metallic. And this amethyst kind of heart kind of shaped cone triangle thingy. That was nice and descriptive. And a regular pearl. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to bend it like that. And here we go. And then before I bend any of these, I'm going to take this first, which one you want it to be on the top, you want to make sure that you use that one first. This one, I want this to be on top, so I'm going to slide the second one at the bottom of it. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers. And you want these so that you get a nice circle. And I'm not very good at making the circles yet, but I'm getting there. And you just want to twist your wrist around until you get this closed. And you want to get it closed really well, because I found that these beads will find the smallest little opening and slide right off. Especially, sometimes it's crazy how tiny the space can be before it just slides off. And as you can see, I'm not very good at getting them straight. If you kind of fiddle with it, you can get it to go, move down a little bit more. And here we go. And so then your last step is, you can be done, or you can add a dangly charm. I'm going to add a dangly charm. Let me grab one really quick. I'm going to use this bobble looking thingy and add it to the end. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, I need to cut the end off of this one. You can cut the end off the first one too. Leave it so that there's about a ½ an inch left, and that's what you need wire cutters for. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. You do need wire cutters. And then I'm going to use my round nose pliers and twist it. I'm just going to take it and twist my wrist until I make a loop. And close the loop really well. Here we go. And then I use a lanyard hook. That's what I have on hand right now. And this is what I'm going to use to dangle it from my project. So I got my lanyard hooks at Joann's. They were pretty cheap. Just a couple dollars. And sometimes my fingers get in the way. That, and I don't have my reading glasses on right now, so I'm not seeing this entirely well. But the key is just you just want to get something that can hang. You can use like a safety pin or a garment pin, which I could not find a garment pin to save my life. But yeah, this is not working out well. There we go. And then just twist it around and you have a charm. And see how simple it is to make? All you do is you need some beads and just put them on there the way you like them. You don't need glue. You just need some wire cutters, and you need regular pliers and round nose pliers and 2 eye pins and something to make sure that you can hook it onto your project. And so there's even room down here on the end of this one to add another charm if you want to make a really long one. I'm happy with it right now. So that's going to be, I have my matching set now. I've got this one, and they match. And that is the tutorial. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you have any questions, please, please, please let me know. I will answer your question or refer you to somebody that can answer it better. Again, check out Jules' channel for her tutorial. Hers is a little bit different. She uses a head pin, which I didn't use, obviously. I just used 2 eye pins, and they work out just fine. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye, guys.